Two boys from different streets, same burning light. Rohit with a calm hand, Virat with a fight. Rohit debuted in '07, Belfast, a young dream took flight. Virat answered in '08, Sri Lanka, the first spark in white. Dedication in their stance, the bat that wrote new songs. Breaking records, lifting hopes where every heartbeat belongs. Legend etched in willow and in time. Inspiration, every boundary, every climb. From Hobart's roaring night to Eden's blazing day, they carried the country's pulse in their play. Dedication, legend, inspiration, sing it loud, sing it free. Two bats, one story, Rohit and Virat for all eternity.
Welcome to this new episode of Unfiltered Cricket Podcast. And today, Kostav is back with us. So, we are going to discuss the careers of two great players of Indian cricket who have contributed a lot to Indian cricket, and now both are towards the end of their careers, and probably they are going through their last chapter of their international career right now. We are going to talk about Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, two of the biggest names in Indian cricket since 2010s, early 2000s, 2007s, 8 till now. I think they have been the biggest names since the big four, big five retired. So over to you, Kaustav, before we start discussing on them further.
Actually, these two figures are pretty much consistent and being considered as one of the main pillars of Indian batting lineup from I think from 2013 actually to be precise,
Yes, and
because from 2011 and 12 Virat Kohli was considered as one of the most prominent prospects who was coming in the team as a talented but a bit arrogant type of guy. And Rohit Sharma, he was in the team in 2007 in the T20 World Cup. He was also there, where he scored, I think, the only 50 I think he has scored against South Africa. And after that, he was a bit inconsistent. He dropped many a times. He wasn't even considered in the test team. And the biggest heartbreak of his life, I think, it should be he wasn't included in the 2011 World Cup squad, which was from my end. I think it was quite okay. That decision was okay because we had our prime Virender Sehwag, Sachin Tendulkar. Everyone was in their prime. They were scoring. They were doing best, and it was the World Cup was organized on the home soil, so it was okay from my end. But from Rohit Sharma's point of view, or a fanboy of Rohit Sharma's point of view, it is quite disappointing that he could have gone that chance. But unfortunately, after 2012 and 13, in 13 he got chance as an opener in the Champions Trophy, where the new phase of Indian cricket started under Mahendra Singh Dhoni. So, what do you think about it?
yeah, honestly, the careers of these two players have been very, very long, and we are very much grateful that after the greats like Sachin Tendulkar, Virendra Sehwag, Saurav Ganguly, VVS Lakshman, Rahul Dravid, when those were towards the end of their careers, we were thinking that once they are done, who is going to take Indian cricket forward? We were a bit nervous and we were a bit tensed. And what's the future of Indian cricket? And then, then comes these two guys. Rohit Sharma came first, of course. He made his debut in the year of 2007.
I would like to also mention one name.
Hmm.
During the transition from the big four to these big three guys, another name should also came with Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, Shikhar Dhawan.
Yes, yes,
But
exactly.
during
He
that
should be there.
transition period, Gautam Gambhir also played a pivotal role
Yep.
to be being on the younger side and still experience among these players. Okay,
Yes.
he led them through that phase that yes, you can also be capable of doing on
Hmm.
your own.
Hmm. Hmm.
He showed them. At the end, his career wasn't that flourishable like these two had, but he held that face of Indian cricket during that.
Exactly, and his name should of course be there because the top three of Indian cricket at that time in the 2010s to 2015, 17, even till the 2019 World Cup, these were the top three who were of course there, who were consistently scoring runs for India, and they have to be mentioned. I think these three have to be mentioned, and now we will deep dive into the careers of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma one by one, and simultaneously we will just go through year by year how they fared, how their debut was, and how over the years they evolved their game with passing time, with passing oppositions in different countries against different oppositions, how they adapted their game and became their best because both had blips in their careers, both had the down phases in their careers. Rohit Sharma was initially very much inconsistent. He used to score big in one or two games and then had a lull of at least 2 or 3 months, no scoring here and there, just getting out cheaply, and then again a brilliant knock. And again going through that phase, and then the consistency came in the year 2013, as you mentioned rightly. From 2013, he became that consistent scorer, which Rohit Sharma is known for today. And Virat Kohli also was. He started off really well. 2009-10, he was scoring really good, and then came the lull phase of 2014, where he just went through a lull phase. We will discuss that in detail as we were discussing. Both Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli had blips in their careers. Virat Kohli went through a blip. Rohit Sharma went through a blip, but they have, through their ups and downs, have created such a career. They have manufactured such a career which the whole of the country can be proud of, and we are thankful to them that these two have given us so many good memories. So now, deep diving into their careers, we'll start one by one, year by year. We'll discuss their careers, that how if they fared in all the three formats: T20, Test, and One Days. And I think before we start, I would like to mention why we chose this topic: Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma and their career. So it's a bit funny. It's a little funny and a little sad at the same time because, as per my point of view, I was expecting them to end their careers in a year or two, honestly speaking, the way they were going about their careers, especially in red ball cricket. But the sudden retirement in May just shook me up a bit. Virat Kohli first and no, first Rohit Sharma retired, I believe, and then Virat Kohli's retirement came a week or two later. So both of them retired in a flash. So both were gone from the Test cricket format. They had retired already from the T20 format after the World Cup final last year, 2024 at Barbados. So now both of them remain in only one format, that is the One Day Internationals, and they are scheduled to play the three-match ODI series in Australia, starting in October 15th. Mm, they were initially in the plans of 2027 World Cup, but now neither the BCCI is sure nor do I. I mean, I don't know what's the future lies ahead for them, and do BCCI even consider them as contenders for the top through two of three spots in the 2027 World Cup squad, which is going to happen in South Africa later in that year. I think it's in November. I believe November, December, the World Cup is going to be held in 2027. So both will be nearing their 40s at that time. Rohit will be crossing his 40, Virat will be 38, 39. So will they make it? It's a big question mark. We hope that if we both of them will make it, but it's too early a call right now. So if this is
If
the
the
end,
situation stays like this, I think it won't be appreciated that they will be in a position to play in the World Cup. Because whether you are a well oiled player, whether you are Sachin Tendulkar or anyone else, even Sachin Tendulkar, when he goes to a charity match, before that charity match, he start practicing for 1 or 2 months ahead of it and play tournaments, big tournaments like World Cup. You have to be prepared mentally. You should play some series away from India on away soil where they can understand their own potential, whether they can do it or not. Okay. So I think there should be some places in some series outside India where they should be given the opportunities to show their potential again. And I don't think in fitness level they are backing. Okay, they are quite enough fit. And Rohit Sharma, I think recently I have seen some news that Rohit Sharma has passed that test, not the yo-yo one. I think the new test for
Yeah, the Bronco
format which
test.
is introduced,
The Bronco
the
test.
Bronco test.
Yep.
Both have cleared. Virat Kohli, I think he has broken the record,
Hmm.
which is set by Gautam Gambhir, and Rohit Sharma also passed it. So, which is which shows that they had their own commitment from their own end. But it depends upon peer politics
Yeah,
or
that's
whatever
true.
you may say.
Whatever you may say. And uh, things are unclear at the point because I feel that both will at least play the three ODIs in Australia. That's a certainty. Those three matches they're certainly going to play, but after that, what's the future is still unclear right now. We are not sure what's the road ahead because the way things are panning out, they are looking at the future. The team management is looking at the future. So, like the test format, will they be
Which I
side?
also support. Which I also support.
Yeah.
If they are thinking about the future, then it's okay. But if you want a good quality result,
Hmm.
okay, because all of a sudden you are removing all the experienced players from the team. Okay,
Yes. So
which
what's your
is
yeah? So what's your call? Just because you mentioned that you're removing the experienced players. So now I think we should discuss this before moving into their careers in detail. So what's your opinion on the sudden retirement of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma? Do you think they retired on their own, or it was board's call, or it was the coach's call, or it was the selector's call to tell them to retire, or they won't be picked in the future, or they retired on their own? So what's your opinion on that?
yeah, as it was on the news. I'm not a journalist or something else, but as it was on the news that before that series in England, Virat Kohli mentioned in some interviews that he wanted to complete in Test and ODIs. He has left T20s by that time, but he wanted to play in the Test format and prove his worth in England. He wanted to do something, but after the selection, I don't know. All of a sudden, both of them, Rohit Sharma as well as Rohit Sharma wasn't in a good form, wasn't in a good knock, but Virat Kohli was gearing up. He was, I think, I was getting a feeling that he might get to a one or two centuries in England if he was given the opportunity. But I think there was something in the air, or the board has decided that the future of Test cricket of India is looking forward. The message might have been provided in that format, so that Virat Kohli decided to just leave it, move ahead, and give a sudden notice on Instagram. I think we
Yes,
have
yes.
got that message on Instagram. So, which is
And
quite absurd because in other countries, players get their farewell on an honorable manner. But in India, it is quite different. Dhoni, Dhoni announced his retirement on Instagram. Rohit Sharma again on social media platforms, which is quite absurd because these are all considered now as a legend of this game. Okay, so
honestly, if you ask
what
me,
do you think about it?
I think something was fishy. I would like to say because if you have seen Virat Kohli's retirement post on Instagram, there's a music he has selected. It says "My Way." So something was wrong behind the scenes because BCCI had strictly told that everyone has to play domestic cricket. After the Border Gavaskar Trophy debacle, they had performed extremely bad. I think we discussed that as well in that India Australia discussion when we had it. Yeah, the Border Gavaskar series which we lost, and it was horrible. Virat Kohli started off well and then he fell off. Rohit Sharma had a horrible outing. He was left out in the first game, and then in the three games, no, he missed. I think he missed the first test deliberately for the birth of his child, and then he came back in the second, third, and fourth test, and he opted out of the fifth test or he was dropped. That will be a different conversation altogether. We'll have that conversation later on. And then both of them had to play a domestic game. They featured in that. And Virat Kohli said that he wanted to prove himself in England. He wanted to correct on his technique, his weaknesses which flared up in Australia. He worked on his back foot game with Sanjay Bangar. He said, I want to score 3 or 4 centuries in England. A guy saying this after a tour has ended that he wants to score 3 4 centuries, and then news comes up that he says that I'm done, I have given enough to test cricket, I don't want to play it anymore. I think my the demands of test cricket is that much that I cannot fulfill anymore and I will step away. Doesn't sound right after what we have just listened just after the England tour, the Australia tour, sorry. So two very different statements in just about in a span of 1 month doesn't make sense. Especially he had a very good Champions Trophy. He had a very good IPL this time. So math is not mathing, and suddenly he's just saying that no, I'm going to step away from the format which I love the most. I wanted to score 10,000 runs in Test cricket and then I retire all of a sudden. So
He was this much close. He was this much close of
yeah,
scoring the 10,000 runs.
9,230 runs. So not much. 800 more runs. Just 2 or 3 good series.
And the caliber of Virat Kohli, the Virat Kohli having that caliber, he can easily done it.
Yeah, and he's only 36 now, and 3 or 4 more years of international cricket, Test cricket, and he would have easily done that.
The regular fitness he is having, I think it is quite evident that he could have achieved it.
Exactly, and that's why Rohit Sharma's retirement didn't surprise me that much because he was already 38. He was going through a horrible loss of form, and at that point of your career, if you are not in good nick, you usually take that step. And Rohit Sharma is still he was not in that bad form, honestly. In 2024, he was scoring well. He scored well against England. In home series, he was batting really well. And then suddenly he took into a batting formula which I think backfired for him, honestly speaking, in the long format. He took into a batting formula in ODI cricket, in T20 cricket, that he will start from the word go and he'll smash everything. From the word go, he'll attack. He'll not work on his defense, he'll just work on attack, which worked for Virender Sehwag a lot, but not for Rohit Sharma in the later stages of his career. We all saw the results, how it panned out, especially in red ball cricket. It was not
We
really.
will talk about it that why it always work with why it will always work with uh, the style of batting with the player having a style of batting like Virender Sehwag, but not with Rohit Sharma. We will talk about it later
Yes.
because there is a because if you have seen Rohit Sharma's early years, not in the 2007 times, but after 2007, I think we should consider from 2013 Champions Trophy. Rohit Sharma is a kind of player who is technically one of the best. I think I have seen one or two times in his match practice session. He is one of the most beautiful, aesthetically beautiful batsmen you will ever see. Okay, in whichever speed you may deliver, okay, it will look like he is facing 121 110 kilometers per hour ball. Okay, it looks so beautiful. It won't work. We will talk about it later in detail. But the
Hmm.
thing is that he suddenly changed that thing. I don't know why and who has advised him to do so. I don't know, but it didn't go quite well as he might have
The
planned.
end is near, but see them glow. Dedication on their sleeves, inspiration in each throw. Legendary bats, still singing, still chasing morning skies. We watch them play and wish the run never dies. But time, like every innings, finds its close. We feel the hush we once slow. Still here for ODIs, and oh how we want more. to show